This is Randall with KravMagaTraining.com. In this video, I'm going to discuss the difference between throwing a speed elbow and a power elbow when it comes to the backward elbow on a vertical line with the target being low, or what's more commonly referred to in the Krav Maga system as elbow number 4. This particular elbow, I haven't seen a lot of students have any problems with it. It's a pretty easy technique. It's one of the easier combats to do. Most people really don't screw it up. They pick it up really quickly. It's a pretty natural movement because it's just like a running motion. However, I do want to discuss the difference between how to throw the elbow with speed and how to throw with power, and kind of explain the pros and cons of each, because I think they both can be useful depending on what the context of the fight and self-defense situation is. Okay, let me explain what I'm talking about. First of all, if I'm in say a fighting stance or one of my passive stances, doesn't really matter. I'm going to use this fighting stance so my feet are staggered so you can see in relation to the camera. Now, when I throw more of a speed elbow, what I mean by that is I'm not twisting my body, I'm not pivoting my foot. Instead, just with my hands in this position, I'm just throwing an elbow. It's very quick, all right? And the nice thing about the speed elbow is that you not only can hit the attacker a lot quicker, you can hit them with multiple strikes quicker. So from here, because I'm not twisting my body, it allows me to throw multiple strikes over and over again. It allows me to hit the attacker quicker. So in certain situations, this might be more applicable if I need to hit them quicker. Or a lot of times what I like to do is I like to start with the speed elbow, see how the attacker reacts, and if that doesn't work, then I'll switch to more of a power style elbow. And this is what I mean is, here's the difference. Notice on this one, I'm pivoting my foot. Now, when we do try to throw more of a power style elbow, I do see beginners have a little bit of a problem with this, in that I tell them, okay, get on the ball of your foot, pivot, but the biggest mistake is people will get up more on their toes, but they don't really pivot that far. Ideally, on impact, notice how my foot is completely turned sideways. So if my foot was initially turned this way, so I'm referring to this as forward, on impact, now it's pointed sideways, or actually it's pointing towards the camera now. If you do this, it allows you to twist your hips, which means you have more body weight into the elbow strike. However, the downside of this elbow is it's not as quick. It takes a little bit longer, just a hair longer, to get to his target. And I found the biggest detriment is it's hard to throw multiple strikes with this elbow if you try to do it in a power style. You'll watch, I'll throw a couple multiple elbows using more power. Notice it's a little bit slower than what I demonstrated previously with the speed style elbow. Now you see there's way more power, but now compare this between this more of the speed style elbow. Alright, now some instructors will say, hey, you gotta always twist your hips, you always gotta have power. Well, my thing is, I think it's all about, like with anything, is using the right tool for the job. Sometimes a speed elbow will be effective. I especially like it as an initial strike or the initial counterattack, because it gets there quicker, sneakier, it gets the guy off you quicker. However, if the speed elbow doesn't work, I throw a couple of those. Maybe the guy's real tough, he's been doing his ab work, you hit him in the stomach, he just looks at you funny. After I throw a couple of those, then maybe I'll switch to the power style elbow and pivot a little bit more. Anyways, that's the difference between those two type of elbows. I suggest practicing both because I think they're both applicable depending on like I said before, who the attacker is, the particular scenario, the particular self-defense situation. So practice both, they're both good, they're both applicable, and I hope that helps you out with your training.